to Emo and Eyes Nerd Time with your hosts, Emo Peanut, Eyes of Black Sand.
Welcome back, all you Emo and Eyes Nerd Time listeners. We took a little unexpected break and didn't record anything last week.
I do believe the excuse I came up with was we got lost in the dark zone.
Yeah, we just got too enthralled with the Division 2. It's such a good game. I enjoy it. You enjoy it.
I absolutely hated the first one. Reluctantly, I did get the second one after you did because we both played the beta.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good, so you got it, and then I got it. And that was right after I had bought the Apex Battle Pass for Season 1. And I've just head deep in freaking the Division.
Yeah, we even got Casson into it. He's, oh God, he went fucking balls deep in that. He's having a lot of fun with it.
Oh yeah,
it's very well put together. There's a few minor things here and there, but honestly, compared to the first, I liked the first one. I didn't get this into it, as into it as I did with Division 2, but I don't know. It's something about Division 2. It's really fun. There's always something to do. There's always something going on around every corner almost. Yeah, and it doesn't seem. I mean, even though you kind of have to, do that grind for the gear, and it just doesn't seem like a repetitive chore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just it's fun.
Like, the only complaint I had with it was one, getting stuck in cover sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just bugs out, like the whole fast travel stuff.
Yeah, the fast travel bugs out a little bit. I've had that happen.
Other than that, it's well done.
Yeah, solid game. But first up on our list, you had something. What do we got here?
Disney completed the deal on buying Fox. So that means Deadpool is now at the mercy of Disney.
Yeah, and The Simpsons, and X-Men, and Family Guy.
But they're still acting independently.
Okay.
So Fox is still its own independent thing, but the final word is up to Disney on what's going on.
Jeez. Do they have to buy everything? I mean, do they have to own all the things? Is this
so? What Disney has acquired, because Fox as a whole is, they own a lot of things.
Yeah, they do.
What is on the list for Fox is 20th Century Fox, Fox Searchlight Pictures, Fox 2000 Pictures, Fox Family, Fox Animation, 20th Century Fox Television, FX Productions, Fox 21, Fox Networks, National Geographic, and all of National Geographic's partners,
Jesus Christ.
Fox Network Group International, Star India, and Fox interests in Hulu. And then some other overseas networks.
Dear God. So that means we're going to see cartoons of Deadpool on the Disney Channel, as well as the X-Men. No, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to... They haven't torn apart Star Wars just yet. Or any of... They bought Marvel, didn't they?
Yes.
Okay, so they haven't torn apart Lucasfilms yet, and they haven't torn apart Marvel yet.
They're still being nice, and as far as I know, I haven't heard any word from any other sources yet. Universal Studios still allowed to have Marvel Superhero Island.
Nice.
And don't know.
Yeah.
My theory
Until
for
Disney
that
buys it.
is no. They already own Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
So at any point they could be like, you know what, Universal, we don't want you using our trademark anymore.
Very true.
I don't want, they could just be like, I don't want you using Marvel anymore, so we're taking it away. My theory is eventually Marvel Superhero Island and Islands of Adventure is going to be took over possibly by the Nintendo island.
Ooh.
Because Universal still owns the Nintendo theme park ideals.
Okay.
Disney at first owned them, but then Universal bought the idea out or something like that.
Okay.
So, and I know that I think there's already a Nintendo park in Japan.
I would assume so. I'm pretty sure there is. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they're becoming a superpower. Honestly, I don't know
Yep.
what. I don't know what they have planned, like what their overall goal is by
So
acquiring all these companies.
I don't know. So Nintendo Universal is what it's called.
Okay.
The first Nintendo Universal Island. It will be built in 2020 in Japan.
Oh, okay.
And not too long after that, I'm assuming we will finally get the Nintendo Island. It's called Nintendo Universe.
Oh, that's
As big as it's gonna be, I think it will take over Marvel Superhero Island.
Yeah.
It's either gonna take over Marvel Superhero Island or it's going to take over Fear Factor, Men in Black, Woody Woodpecker, and E.T. in actual Universal.
Oh, okay.
Now, granted, that's Universal Orlando.
Yeah.
It's gonna be either one of the two because there's just not enough room at Islands of Adventures or Universal. I know I worked there. There's just not enough room locally.
Yeah, it's pretty crowded over there.
Yes. Like, in order for them to build anything new, something has to go away.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just like King's Cross, the new Diagon Alley and everything that got built, the new section of Harry Potter at Universal Studios. That's where the Jaws ride went, as I do believe, as well as the Disaster Transport ride.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember those. Those were fun.
Yeah, they are now under probably about 8 to 12 feet of dirt. Yeah. But Disney buying everything up.
Yeah, they got something in the works. They're doing something.
It's Disney owning everything.
Pretty much. Jeez, I mean, Fox owned quite a bit of stuff.
And you know, you would think as much money as Disney makes everywhere else, they'd lower the tickets for us residents.
No, they can't now. They just bought Fox. they gotta pay for all them guys now.
Well, sucks to be Florida residents, huh? We live here and we got to pay pretty much just the same amount as non-resident.
It's getting there. I mean, I know the last time I went, it was pretty expensive. That's why I don't go.
For me, my wife, and my 7-year-old, it was going to cost us upwards of $2,000 to stay in one of their resorts for 3 days.
Yeah, fuck that. That's
as a Florida resident.
Yeah, that's just, I don't know. That's too much.
So we don't live very far apart.
No.
And we're probably about what 45 minutes to an hour away from Universal.
Yeah.
Disney, probably about an hour and a half at the most.
Yeah.
and it still costs us over $2,000 to go there for 3 days
It's
to stay.
ridiculous.
If we just want to go, you're looking at about a G.
Yeah.
That's for 1 day.
Yeah, that's just to go for the day and hang out and eat all their expensive ass frozen foods. And
If I was gonna go to a theme park just for food, hands down, I would go to Universal.
Yeah, they have more of like the grilling type, like the actual chef type food.
Well, oh yeah, I ate there every day. You got Moe's Tavern that has all the restaurants in it, and then outside of Moe's Tavern, usually, you can get tacos from the Simpsons character that dresses up like a bee. I don't remember his name off the top of my head.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's called Bee's Tacos or something like that. So it's a little taco truck that sits outside of Moe's Tavern, and then you go around and you can you get all the hair stuff in Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
You can get food in Toon Lagoon, or you keep walking around and you can do what is it? You could do all grilled and barbecued stuff at Flame Eaters there at the Lost Continent, and you can get stuff and says, I know my way around there to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how to do it cheap.
Yeah.
If you want to spend a lot of money, you eat at the Lost Continent at Mythos. Wonderful food.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. But you're going to spend probably about $75 a person.
Jesus Christ.
That's good, though. You'll spend about that much. You'll spend about $30 a person at the Three Broomsticks at Harry Potter.
Huh.
Yeah. I know a lot about Universal. we need to move on.
So, all right, what's this? Amazon has an MMO.
Yes, Amazon is entering the video game market.
Oh, lovely.
with an MMO. I don't know what the name of it is.
New World.
Is it called New World?
Yeah.
Okay, it is called. Yep, New World. There's 10-minute gameplay. I've watched this 10-minute gameplay, and it looks like any normal MMO. It looks like a better, more polished version of Ark.
Okay.
It's gonna blend into all the other survival MMOs.
Yeah, I'm watching it now, just kind of skimming over it. It just
good on Amazon for trying.
it looks really clean. I'm not a big survival MMO person.
So I'm not trying to take away anything from the visuals, because the visuals look amazing.
Yeah, they do.
They look good. But you're kind of late when it comes to the MMO market, especially for one that's like Ark.
Yeah.
Or any of those other survival MMOs. It just doesn't seem good. I'm sure people will have fun with it, and the best thing they could do is have dedicated servers.
Ooh. That's kind of cool.
That's probably the best thing that they could do. That way there's an RP aspect, because that would work. That would work just fine.
I don't know. It looks it definitely looks like a beautiful game. But it's kind of hard to judge off of 10 minutes and literally no explanation on the GameSpot article. So hopefully we'll find out a little bit more in the coming months about it, and we can update you guys as we find out more about this MMO from Amazon.
I hope so. And like I said, good on them for entering the video game market.
Yeah, I mean they do have they're starting to gain traction when it comes to certain things.
Now, they're being overshadowed right now by Google.
Yes. Yeah, this was a huge thing.
I don't know why they would decide to do it, but they have a console coming out called the Stadia, however you want to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Stadia. I will call it the Stadia.
Sounds good. When you say Stadia, it sounds elegant.
The Stadia.
Right.
The it's cloud-based gaming. That's what it is. We've had it before, and it bombed miserably. I don't know if you remember it, but the Ouya.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I wanted one of those.
It fell just flat. It burned up on the way into the freaking atmosphere. It went over so bad.
Yeah.
And I think this will be the same way.
Maybe
it's a 50-50 chance because it's nowadays it's different than even when the Ouya come out.
True.
People don't mind cloud-based gaming nowadays.
No, and on top of that, you have a major name behind it.
Yeah.
So you have Google, and then I mean their claim is they want to become the Netflix of gaming, basically.
And it's going to be hard for them to enter that market.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, they're trying to get these major AAA games, and they have major tech behind it. What game was it that got rid? Was it Assassin's Creed Odyssey? People were able to play that in the browser in Google Chrome.
Oh, wow. Okay.
At 1080p 60 FPS with no lag.
Huh.
So they have the tech to be able to do it, and they have the cloud service already there in place.
Oh, yeah.
So it absolutely makes sense to enter a video game market. But they have to remember, video games are a lot different than movies.
Yeah.
You know? It's going to be hard for them to get a foot in the door in the cloud-based gaming. And they've already came out and said there will be no offline downloads.
Yeah, there's no updates, no downloads. You jump right into the game.
You're gonna have to be connected to the internet pretty much at all times.
Yeah.
In order to receive updates or anything, even including saved game data. And just thinking of it even outside the US.
Yeah.
People don't have good internet. Even in the US, people still have low bandwidth internet.
Oh, absolutely. And and the thing that I was kind of thinking about is the security aspect of it. If all your saved, if everything's in the cloud, so they're going to have your payment information, they're going to have your
100% you're going to have to log in with a Google ID account.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have to log in with a Gmail. So everything's going to be attached to a single Gmail account. Because with the Gmail account, they already have your payment information. They already have your phone number. They already have your address.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, that's how it's going to go.
Yeah, I'd like to see what comes of it. I dove deep into Google's products lately. I mean, you did as well with the Pixel. I got the Pixel 3, you got the Pixel. And, I enjoy their technology is really good.
Oh, absolutely.
The fact that Google kind of ties into a lot of things, from browsers to, password saving and security and everything else, it makes things a lot easier, but then it also kind of opens you up to a little bit more of an outside threat. But so far they've been doing pretty good.
I'm glad they're working on a console and getting the foot in the door. But can we work on Chrome not taking up 28 to 50 processes on my fucking processor, please?
Yeah, that's a hard hitter right there. And to be fair, Firefox does the same thing.
It does. not as bad though.
No, it doesn't seem as bad, but like I've been using Google Chrome a lot more. Especially for school and stuff.
Yeah.
Cloud saves and the drive and all that other good stuff. And it does, dude. You can tell at times when you got Chrome running and you got, 3 or 4 different pages open, searching and doing research and watching videos or listening to music. Yeah, it'll make some stuff bump around a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But good on them for entering the video game market.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're trying.
Yeah. And,
another thing that I was kind of surprised to see. I was kind of surprised, but not surprised at the same time. Xbox is coming to the Switch.
Yeah. The Switch, iOS, and Android.
Yes.
I'm not too sure exactly what's gonna go on. But I guess it's gonna allow people to connect on different platforms per se and connect with friends.
So what it says is they're trying to bring the network to move consoles will enable developers to connect players between iOS, Android, and Switch, in addition to Xbox and any game in the Microsoft or Windows Store. So I guess they're going to try. They're either going to bring Xbox Game Pass to these devices, which would be amazing because I would love to take, any of my Xbox game that I own and play it, on a Switch sitting somewhere that's in my house, other than a giant TV or my computer.
Yeah, because Microsoft does not have a handheld unit.
No, not at all. And from what I believe, there's no word on one in development. It's a better way to connect people, pretty much.
Yeah, and I think that's what Xbox is really pushing towards. At least from what I've seen from the past couple of E3s, is they're really gung ho about connecting gamers across all platforms, across all.
Especially Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that PlayStation doesn't want to play nice, but
yeah, in this day and age, it should be PC should be able to play with Xbox and PS4 and Switch. Everything should be able to connect and play together. And I get it, people that are playing, especially like FPS, first person shooters, playing like Call of Duty or like Apex or Division or whatever, and it's a multiplayer game. Of course, PC is going to have that more competitive edge because you're more precision with mouse and keyboard than a controller.
Right.
And I get that. But even still, being able to play with somebody on a PS4 or an Xbox or even Switch, it would be awesome.
Yeah, and in my instance or in our instance, my brother, he would love to play the Division with us. He would love to play, a multitude of games, with me and you and Casson. But he's on console, and unless we all want to go back to that glorious Fortnite game, there's no way we're going to be playing together. So, and it's unfortunate because, his current situation, he can't go out and drop,
you can't drop $2,000 on a PC.
Exactly. He can't go out and drop $2,000 on a PC, although he wants to. He just doesn't have it right now. And what he does have is a console, and for us to be able to play the Division with him, and run some missions and stuff, that would be awesome. But
I liked it. I liked that Phil's trying from Xbox. He really is trying to get consoles and companies to play nice.
Yeah, he is, and he's sticking his hand out there for anybody that wants to shake it. And so far, a lot of people have been doing it, and
Absolutely.
hopefully, I hope, and no ill will towards Sony. Sony's a great platform. They
Oh yeah.
make amazing stuff. I just wish they would think a little bit more about their players than extra pocket money or whatever it is. Everybody says oh, it's because of the money, but whatever the case may be, I wish that they would kind of suck it up and
Yeah.
do what they can to kind of bring everybody together. Be nice.
Yeah. Speaking of Sony, they're taking a page out of Nintendo's book. They're live streaming little debuts for games and stuff. It's called the Sony State of Play.
Yeah, and it was today.
Yes, I watched it.
Did you? Because I didn't, because I was at work.
This one was a lot of VR stuff.
Okay.
There's a new Iron Man VR game coming out, which looked pretty cool.
Okay.
You're piloting the Iron Man suit.
Okay.
And it really did look cool. There's a couple other games coming out. They debuted Days Gone again for the umpteenth bajillion time. Still not interested in it.
Yeah.
There's a new Five Nights at Freddy's VR game coming out, and I will not be playing it. Not the fact, I'm not a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's. Really?
I'm not a fan of playing the games, but I am a fan of the lore and the story behind it is
the
really cool.
The lore and the story behind it is amazing, and I still can't wait for the movie to come out because that'll make an amazing movie.
Oh yeah.
Now another thing I like about the whole franchise is watching people play it.
Yeah, that's true.
Just seeing them jump out of their skin is hilarious.
And
they debuted the next 3 characters in Mortal Kombat 11, which is Jax, Kung Lao, and they teased Katana.
I also heard about Noob Saibot.
Yes, Noob Saibot was debuted at the comic convention in, I think it was Seattle, a couple days ago. It was last week, over the weekend, I do believe.
Yeah.
Noob Saibot was showed. He's in the game along with Shang Tsung, which is going to be the first DLC character.
Okay.
And they got the original actor for Shang Tsung.
Oh.
The movie Shang Tsung.
Nice.
The very first Mortal Kombat movie. I don't remember his name right off my hand. I know somebody out there is going to be like, why don't you know him? I absolutely love the Mortal Kombat movies.
Yeah.
I just forget his name right off the top of my head. But he is the voice actor and face cast for Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat 11.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't be happier.
Nice. That's awesome.
Absolutely. They also showed new footage of the upcoming Samurai Showdown fighting game.
Ooh, okay.
Yes. I'm excited about that as well because I'm a big fan of Sam Show.
I think that's one of the ones that I do not own.
Sam Show? Yeah. Well, there was no you can get them they're like Neo Geo exclusive things on like the Switch and I think Steam maybe.
Okay.
It's one of the original 4-button fighters.
Oh shit.
Because it was in a Neo Geo cabinet.
Yeah.
So, such a good game though. Very gory.
Nice.
It people getting cut in half and decapitations and everything. And this is coming from an arcade that was, in the 90s.
Oh yeah, that's when
sitting alongside Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that's when grunge was at its peak right there. That's when you had all those like all the late 80s, early 90s cartoons that had a lot of shit in them that in today's time, if a kid watched that, Jesus Christ, you'd have fucking CPS knocking on your door or something.
Oh, I know, right? You imagine like if a kid today got as much heavy metal influence in their cartoons like we did back then. Like Power Rangers is the first, that was your first introduction to a heavy metal intro. Power Rangers. And then you had the cartoons like SWAT Cats.
Oh.
And Street Sharks.
Yeah.
These just biker mice from Mars.
Oh God, yeah. There'd be a lot less freaking latte toting man buns running around. No offense to our latte toting man bun wearing listeners out there.
Just the epic heavy metal, just 80s, 90s rock intros.
Yeah, that was the shit back in the day. It still is the shit. I mean, like I've been on a binge. I've been binge watching fucking the Street Fighter anime.
Oh God, yeah, dude.
The first season.
Oh, Street Fighter. I did. That's me right there.
Yeah, it's good.
Now,
show.
Recently, my 7-year-old has been watching religiously. She's found how awesome anime is.
Oh, good.
She's been watching it. She kind of watched it a little while ago. Now she's all gung ho for anime.
Yeah, all it takes is the right show to get her pulled in.
You want to know what show it was for her?
Off the top of my head, Sergeant Frog.
No.
What was it?
Dragon Ball Super.
Nice.
Dragon Ball Super. I love that intro.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my daughter's heavy into anime now, and her top show at the moment is Darling in the Franxx. That's like her go-to right now.
Yeah, I can't wait. Coming soon. Season 2 of One Punch Man.
Oh yeah. Oh, did you see that they added 4 new episodes to High Score Girl?
I do believe they did, but I think they're still only in Japanese, right?
I don't know. I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't seen them.
I haven't watched them.
I haven't seen them on. Is it Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Yeah, I looked last night and I saw that they released them.
I think are they in English? I'll have to check because last I knew that they were only in Japanese.
It might be.
I mean, I really don't care as long as they're subtitles, but.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch it because I was like, ooh.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, that's when I gotta wait for my daughter to get home because she likes that show as well.
High Score Girl is amazing.
Yes.
And the only reason I watched it because Justin Wong, he's a professional fighting game player. Mm-hmm. He was like, dude, the opening. There was a story he tweeted out or something about High Score Girl, and it was like. Winning with Zangief. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is a girl winning with Zangief. Sure enough, it's about freaking Street Fighter. I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna watch it, and then I think I told you about it.
Yeah.
Amazing. We're way off track now.
Well,
and we get back on track here. My favorite game for the PlayStation was Heavy Rain.
Okay.
I absolutely loved Heavy Rain. Just the story, and I'm a sucker for a good quick time event. Mm-hmm. And that game was pretty much all quick time events. It was done by Quantic Dream.
Yeah. The ones, yeah, they did Detroit Become Human, which I
Yes,
saw a lot of.
their games, including Detroit Become Human and Heavy Rain, I don't know if any of the other ones are coming to PC finally.
Nice.
I can't fucking wait. I can't wait to get Heavy Rain on the PC finally.
Nice.
It was such a good story. I don't know if you've watched gameplay or played it or anything.
I have not. I've heard of it, but I've only, and that's only because of when Detroit Become Human came out.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, you know," and then they would talk about Heavy Rain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Wow, okay, I've never heard of either of these games, and they look really good."
Heavy Rain was amazing. Just the storytelling in it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
There was like 8 different endings to the game.
Oh wow!
And it really was. It was a choose your own adventure game, and it was amazing.
Nice.
I know at one time I owned 2 different copies of it. I can't wait for it to come to PC. I will pre-order it if it's through Steam.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I've never I wasn't big on the PlayStation front. I just never really got into it. Well, let me rephrase that. I was heavy into PlayStation up until PS3, and then when PS3 came out, that's when I converted to Xbox because I just didn't have a good experience.
When the PS3 came out, I got a 360.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I think God of War 3 come out that I bought a PS3 as well. Mm-hmm. It was not too long after the Slim come out. The first PS3 Slim.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But my Xbox lasted forever. I got my Xbox launch week, and it lasted all the way up till Modern Warfare 2 come out.
Wow.
And then it finally red rings. I was like, son of a bitch. Because it red ringed the night before I was supposed to go pick up Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, jeez.
I had to do the walk of shame into the local game store and be like, I need my money back.
Aw.
So I had to use the money off that to get it fixed.
Jeez.
But Quantic Dream, I'm glad they're bringing their games to PC.
Yeah, I like to see, I mean, that not just because I primarily game on PC, but it is nice to see a lot of these once console exclusive games or Xbox or PS4 exclusive games come to the PC. Not only are they sharing the love, but let's face it, you get it on PC, you get to see the game in its true form.
Yep.
You know?
Oh, absolutely.
Just saying. No hate. I'm just saying you get to see it in all of its true glory.
I don't discriminate. You know, there's 2 PS4s in my house. Right. There's a Switch. There's a PC. Right. There's a 360. You know, the only thing I don't have is an Xbox One. And why would I have an Xbox One when all their games are on PC anyways?
This is true.
It's true. You know. Just like Master Chief Collection coming to Steam.
Oh, can't wait for
that. I'm going to buy it on there. I can't wait.
Yep, can't wait for that.
I'm going to pre-order it the day it hits Steam. The day I'm allowed to pre-order, I'm going to pre-order it. But speaking of other classic games that are coming out, Konami is doing something really awesome. Mm-hmm. And they are releasing 3 different collections of classic games. It's the 50th anniversary collection for Castlevania, Contra, and arcade classics is what they call it. So it'll be like, I think it was like, I can't remember any other arcade games right offhand. Mm-mm. But Contra, I grew up playing Contra.
Yep.
I had it on the NES. Mm-hmm. I'm old. But I had it on the NES. I had Castlevania on the NES. I can't wait for them for the collections to come out.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check this one out. This looks cool.
Yep.
This is the kind of
It
shit
will
I love.
be. Oh yeah, absolutely. It'll be on PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch later in the year.
Yeah, so
So it's coming to everything. You'll be able to play those classic games again.
yeah, all you classic Konami fans or just classic arcade games in general, man. All you fans out there, just check this
I
stuff
mean,
out.
don't get me wrong. I can play all these games right now on my my arcade one-up machine, but they were on console first.
True.
Got to play them on a console.
Yeah, it gives it that feel though when you play that kind of game. I mean, if you play it on PC, it just kind of has a different feel.
Like,
but if you got to play it on a console.
To be fair, I will probably buy it on the Switch just because they have the NES Joy-Cons.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So I'm probably gonna go buy a set of those Joy-Cons just for the classic NES controller.
Right.
Or I'll order one from 8-Bit Do.
Oh yeah.
But I can't wait for these collections to come out. I'm assuming it's gonna be 3 different collections.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
They'll probably be digital. There won't be any hard releases, and if they do, it'll have all 3 in it probably.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't wait. I'm a sucker for some classic games.
So
all the way.
All you PC players out there, especially those that are heavily involved in your Steam library, it's getting a makeover.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's about damn time.
Oh, dude.
It's about time.
Please.
It's Steam to me has always looked drab and depressing.
Yeah.
Like it's like, and I get it, you know. It's looked like this since day one, pretty much.
It's true. Yeah, it's way overdue for some modernization.
But they're gonna breathe new life into the launcher. And from the screenshots that I have pulled up here and you have pulled up, it looks good. It's still gray and white, but it's not dark gray.
Yeah, I do like the because you know everybody going with the night mode movement here. It's definitely easy on the eyes.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, Steam has always had this thing where you can use custom launchers.
Okay.
You can customize your Steam.
Mm-hmm.
I know it because back in the early 2000s, or not early 2000s, but like 2004, 2005, when I first joined Steam, I found out about it, and mine was like a neon green and neon blue, and it had the same layout, but it was like electricity, like lightsaber style.
Yeah.
And it looked good, and I wanted it that way because the original Steam, like it looks now, it's gray, it's gray and black and drab and blah.
Yeah.
But now the new look of it's gonna be pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I can't wait till they roll this out.
Yeah, it looks cool. I can't wait.
Hopefully they tweak big picture mode while they're at it.
Oh God, I know.
Get rid of it.
Well, I don't say get rid of it.
Make it to where not everything depends on you using it. Like it's just I don't know. It gives it. Valve makes me feel like they're trying to shove big picture mode in my face at every time I plug something in or play. Hey, check out big picture mode. Why don't you see this on big picture mode? No, it's laggy. It takes up too many resources. It's unnecessary. It's just dumb. It's dumb.
I don't have notifications for big picture mode that comes up. The one thing that irks me is I don't know if anybody else has the issue. The PS4 controllers not being recognized. Even my 360 controller does it sometimes. It's just not immediately recognized by Steam.
Yeah, I had that issue with the Quamba at first.
Yeah, because I don't know what it is. It's just you have to like you plug it in, you gotta wait and wait
Mm-hmm.
and wait, and then it just I'll end up restarting Steam 2 or 3 times, and it's a hassle. And then like there for a while, when we would play fighting games or something, I would use my fight stick, which is a PS4 fight stick,
Yeah.
and plug it in. It would recognize it, but when I would unplug it, my Steam would freeze.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it would just freeze, and I would have to just shut it down in Task Manager. Now I know that it's my Corsair keyboard
Yeah.
for some stupid reason.
Which is weird.
It's we just went through this with the Division 2.
Mm-hmm.
The RGB lights on my keyboard and my mouse because I use Corsair a K55 and a Harpoon,
Yeah.
and they just wouldn't work. They would just be off. So you got to go into the game settings in Division and activate third party. You got to turn it off, and then go into IQ and turn off SDK, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
And now it works fine. So maybe since I turned off the SDK thing in IQ, maybe it'll work now. I don't know. I haven't tried. I digress, and I go on mini rants. I'm glad Steam is getting an overhaul.
Yeah, me too.
Give us a different color choice, please, besides gray.
Yeah, let us customize it a little bit.
Let us at least customize the colors and the layout.
Yeah, I mean, let's not go like, fucking MySpace crazy, but at least at least, a half a dozen colors or something.
Give us a couple themes.
Yeah, a little personality.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You can even make it to where like, you throw a handful out for free, and then if you want some fancy ones, charge $1.99. I don't care. Just
let people do Steam workshops on it.
Yeah, there you go.
Do it through that because you have to authenticate it and stuff through Steam anyway. So
yeah, it makes it more legit.
Yeah, do it to the workshop. Let us download custom themes. I would love that.
Right.
I get tired of looking at black stuff sometimes.
So
launchers.
Seeing how you're kind of going towards, your schooling is taking you kind of towards a gaming career type of path.
Yes.
How would you like a grant from the makers of Fortnite, Epic Games, to become a game dev and researcher?
For Epic?
From Epic.
From Epic to work at Epic.
Yeah.
If they paid for my college, hell yeah, I'd do it.
It's a part
sign like a 5-year, like a 5 to 10 year thing saying that I won't work anywhere else. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it was part of the presentation at the Game Developers Conference. They announced a massive grant program. All thanks to the popularity of Fortnite. So, all you youngins and children and
people entering the college
while playing Fortnite and spending all that glorious loot, all your mom's money, all your allowance from cutting the grass and taking out grandma's trash, spending all that on them skins and useless cosmetic items.
Them $3.
The Epic Mega Grants program will award shares of $100 million over the course of 5 years to aspiring game developers, educators, and other professionals using the Unreal Engine and open source tools. The grants will be awarded ranging from $5,000 to $500,000.
Jesus.
Yeah, those who receive the grants will still own their IP and be allowed to publish. Epic says that these grants.
Okay. So they're gonna give like schools and groups of students scholarships if you can create something cool.
Basically, yeah. If you got, they don't want you to, they're not going to give you money to pump out garbage.
Yeah, you're gonna have to use the Unreal Engine and assets from Unreal to create something.
Yeah. So, but
That's fair.
Epic does say that these grants have no strings attached, which means you don't need to sign any kind of exclusivity arrangement to receive them.
Mhm.
There is no firm deadline for grant applications. So basically, what I get from this is if you're already dabbling in game development or game
Mhm.
education or something along the lines, and you do use the Unreal Engine. Did I say Unreal Engine?
Yeah,
Yeah, Unreal Engine,
that's
open source
Unreal.
tools. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and you apply, and they're like, "Hey, you got some good ideas, or you got some
Mhm.
good work, or whatever." They'll go ahead and throw you some coin to make it into
Uh,
something great.
it's a good idea.
It is.
And it wouldn't be hard to start considering the Unreal Engine is free for anybody that wants to download it,
Absolutely. So yeah,
and you can get assets already. If you want to create a first-person shooter, you can download all the assets from Paragon for
mm-hmm,
free.
mm-hmm,
Only thing you would have to do is create a world or a level
yeah,
and give the movement. And I mean, I've dabbled in Unreal. It's the movement's built into the engine.
yeah.
I'm glad they're doing it.
I am too. I'm glad to see um, that they're taking all this money that they've made from Fortnite
Mm,
and turning it into some very positive things. Um,
yeah.
yeah, very very good on them. And especially if it gives people young and old that are
Mm.
in the process of trying to make a game and
Oh yeah.
or whatever it is that they do that has to do with gaming. It gives them the chance to kind of spread their wings a little bit that might not have the money to do so.
Mhm. Yeah. It's school's expensive. God, I know.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm 4 classes into a game art and production
Hmm.
degree, and I already had to pay out of pocket for Photoshop, which I have to pay for again in August. Ooh.
Yeah.
Um, and I just almost had to pay for the Autodesk suite for 3ds Max, which would have been $1,500 for I think it's a year.
Yeah, and that shit's expensive.
So, oh
That shit.
god, do I know? I was able to get it for free for 3 years
Yeah.
because they offer it free for 3 years for students.
Yeah, that which is amazing.
Excuse me. Yes, and I'm gonna start dabbling in that, uh, doing 3D models and sculptures and stuff.
Awesome.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
but good on Epic for doing something that people can do for free, and they already give you all the tools and means to do it for free. So that's I'm glad they're doing it.
Yeah.
It's an amazing thing for them to do.
Yeah.
You don't see any other gaming companies doing that.
No, unfortunately, and it's good that they appreciate what their developers
Yeah.
do. So,
Hmm. You don't see, what's one of the bigger popular studios? I'll just take Naughty Dog for instance.
hmm,
They're not offering any grants to people. The best you can do there is get an internship.
yeah,
I do believe, you know,
yeah,
which is probably what I'm going to end up doing soon.
nice,
Starting to look for telecommute internships
yeah.
or game art. Yep. 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 Yep.
Oh,
So the next thing on our list here is Oculus. There's a new Oculus coming out.
yes, and it's
It's
cheap.
the yeah, yes. It's called the Oculus S, I do believe. And you don't have to have the sensors around the room. It's all built into the head unit,
Which is awesome.
and it's wireless.
Nice.
It will all be contained inside the headset, the store and everything, and it will have expandable internal storage for your games.
Ooh.
So it's its own contained unit.
Okay, so
No more PC. You will not need a PC to use a Oculus Rift anymore.
huh.
For $400.
Yeah,
The
I'll
price of a video game console.
definitely look into that.
I absolutely said I was going to do it because right now I have the Dell VR
Mm-hmm.
and it's cool. You know, I have the little wand space ice cream things for it. And I play Beat Saber. I haven't played it recently because I've been busy doing other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I got Beat Saber and Beat Saber's fun. But you're stuck to your little square,
Mm-hmm.
you know, with a camera pointed at you.
Let me
With the
clarify
long, thick
something
cord.
though.
Mm.
So, okay, with the Oculus, there's actually two versions coming out. The one that you were talking about is the Oculus Quest. That's the standalone unit. There's an Oculus Rift S, which is the Oculus Rift's successor and a far better version of the original Oculus Rift. That's the PC-based one.
Yes.
The Quest is, like you said, it holds its own... it's powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 835, which is basically what's in our
Did your iPhone X's and all that?
Yeah, it's in my Google Pixel. And they have storage options starting at 64 gigs.
Yeah, which is about 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah, you have a standalone option and you have a PC-based option. And they both do start out at $400.
$400, yeah.
Which is amazing, and that's actually coming
from Oculus.
It's actually coming very soon.
Yeah.
Spring of this year, which is like now.
Here within the next couple months. Yeah. I was looking at upgrading VRs because I absolutely love my VR.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to get the Oculus Quest.
Yeah, I think I'll look towards the Rift S version.
If I had more space, I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
But with my limited space to pretty much just my desk, I would be able to use it in the living room.
That's true. Yeah.
Or like my sister now likes playing Beat Saber.
Mm-hmm.
So she could take it and play Beat Saber in her room away from, away from everybody. Because let's be honest, you don't want to look silly or goofy flailing your arms about.
Hey, there'll come a time where all of us will just be in our rooms flailing our arms about like idiots.
Oh goodness. I'm glad they're coming out with something that is more accessible to people.
Yeah, it looks really clean.
It did look really good. I'll try to get it when it comes out. Let's see, what do we got here?
Our last piece of information. We're gonna send you guys out. Well, some of you, I guess, maybe nostalgia. I don't know. How old is this show?
Kind of old. I remember it being on TV in the 90s.
Was it?
Late 90s, early 2000s, I think, yeah.
Okay, so maybe some of our listeners, the younger the younger group of our listeners,
the first episode came out August 14th of 2000.
Oh wow. Okay, so yeah,
it's old.
That is quite old.
19 years old.
All right. So our 18-year-old listeners and up might appreciate this live action Dora the Explorer movie.
Yes, there is a live action Dora the Explorer movie in the works. It's a Nickelodeon movie. To be fair, I watched the trailer. It didn't look that bad. It didn't. I don't think it looked that bad.
No.
No. Have you watched the trailer?
No, I only see cartoon stuff.
No.
Here
Go
it
ahead.
is.
Go ahead and watch the trailer, and we'll get a live reaction from you because I've already seen it, so I'm not gonna do a reaction.
Dora and the Lost City of Gold.
They did a really good job with Boots. Although Boots don't talk.
Can't hear it, so.
Which is kind of sad.
Oh, this is insane. Oh. Oh, Lord. Okay, so. Alright, I can't anymore. It looks okay.
It doesn't look that bad.
No, it doesn't. The thing is they take this classic cartoon and they modernize it.
Yeah.
Which I get it. You know, they kind of have to approach a younger audience of a new generation. I don't know how I feel about it. I wasn't a Dora watcher. My children were. So the show got on my nerves quite a lot. It definitely it does not look that bad. You're correct. It doesn't look bad. Is it something that I'm gonna go watch? No, probably not. Are my kids gonna go watch it? Probably not.
I'll probably end up watching it.
Well, you have a younger daughter.
I got a 7-year-old.
Yeah, you have a much younger daughter that would.
She grew up watching reruns of Dora.
Exactly. Yeah, so she would appreciate that. Mine are just. My youngest is just outside of that age group. So, plus he's
a boy.
I don't know. He never. I don't think he liked Dora. Maybe he did. Yeah, I think he did. I don't remember. Anyways, yeah. It doesn't look bad. I mean, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's neat. I wish they would do this with some of my childhood movies and shows.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be kind of cool.
Can you imagine like a live action version of SWAT Cats?
They could do it.
That would be amazing.
It would probably be PG-13.
It'd still look cool.
It
Or Street
would.
Sharks, dude. Oh my God, Street Sharks.
Street Sharks would look cool. Jesus, what else we got? They already did G.I. Joe and failed miserably at it.
Thundercats, maybe?
Nah, they need to just not.
I don't think Thundercats. I don't think that would translate well to live action.
If they did it right. I mean, of course it's going to have to be CGI characters, but they have to do it right. Don't modernize it and turn them into a bunch of retards running around, you know, in costumes looking stupid.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah, they'd have to do it right. I would like to see what else is there. Oh God. There's tons of shows from when I was a kid.
Need to Johnny Quest, maybe?
Johnny Quest.
Yeah, Johnny Quest.
It sounds so familiar. I can't remember.
You know what other one would be really funny? Darkwing Duck.
Oh yeah.
Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, Chippendales.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yeah, but they would have to do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now they already did a Baloo for Jungle Book.
Technically, yes.
Why couldn't they do Tailspin?
I don't.
Huh?
I don't know why they wouldn't. I don't know who makes those
Yeah.
executive decisions. I mean, Disney's been. It's Disney, right? Yeah, that was a Disney
Yeah,
show.
Disney.
Yeah, Disney's been
Yeah.
buying up the farm. So let's start pumping out some good movies, whether it be a cartoon or a live action. I don't care either way, as long as you do it right. I mean, Disney's pretty good at that. They did really well with Beauty and the Beast, and I haven't watched the new Aladdin, but I've seen the. I don't even think it's out yet, but I've seen the trailer.
It's not out yet, and I've watched the second trailer that's come out, and it doesn't look that bad.
No, it's passable.
Yes. Genie, Will Smith as Genie is not blue all the time.
No, and I think that's what does. I think that's what makes it a lot better.
Yeah, and they go over some of the songs in the second trailer, and Will Smith puts his flair on the songs that Genie sings, and it works.
Yeah, because he's got big shoes to fill.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, big shoes to fill.
Yeah, there isn't very many people that can fill the Robin Williams size shoes.
Oh, hell no. Mm-mm.
Is he gonna fill them completely? No, I don't think he will.
Mm-mm.
But he sure as hell makes a good attempt.
Yeah, at least he tries and doesn't like go off on his own fucking world and do some dumb shit. Then we're good. But yeah, I mean, oh god, there's so many shows that I would love to see, kind of paid tribute to. There's one show from when I was a child. Not too many people have probably heard of this. Oh god, and I'm drawing a blank on it already. Oh. It was a cartoon show that my mom used to rent for me. She used to rent it from Megaflix in my area. Megaflix or Blockbuster, but it was called Super Ted. And Super Ted, yeah, it was a British cartoon show. And I was in love with that show. If they made a movie about Super Ted, oh god, I would fucking lose it. It would be the greatest thing ever.
Oh, that reminds me. You were saying Ted. There's actual confirmation now from the actors themselves. There is another Bill and Ted movie in the works.
Yes, I saw that. I saw their little.
They did a little YouTube video and Twitter video confirming that Bill and Ted 3 is actually a thing now. They are actively working on it.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Oh no. I'm gonna have to.
I love Bill and Ted.
Them.
Yeah. Yep. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Oh
There's a bunch of movies coming out that I legit can't wait to see.
Yeah, I gotta check on the new movies coming up, because I know there's the only one I can think of is Dumbo, which I don't know how I feel about that one.
I didn't like Dumbo to begin with.
Yeah, it was kind of one of those. It was the cartoon was all right, but
I really wanted to watch that one that we talked about. Was it last podcast or the podcast before? Brightburn.
Oh yeah.
The Superman-esque movie. I can't wait for that one. And of course, Kung Fu Hustle 2 and stuff like that.
Yeah, which Kung Fu Hustle they just put on Netflix.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god. I'll probably watch that tonight too.
Right.
But like every other podcast we've done, we had some new stories pop up while talking. Supposedly there is going to be 2 new Switches
Oh
to be
yeah,
released.
yeah, you're right.
Yes. Rumored, supposedly. There's been no official word as of yet, but it's a very very good possibility. Uh, there's going to be a version that is more for the casual players,
Mm-hmm.
and then I guess there's going to be a model for the more hardcore player. Um, that will have a new processor in it and be more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
But they made sure they came out and specifically said it will not be comparable to the PS4 Pro or Xbox One X.
Yeah, because games on the Nintendo Switch, they're not that type of
They're
game.
not. Yeah. Well, let's be honest though. Nintendo's been behind since the GameCube. Well, the end of the GameCube life cycle.
Yeah.
They were behind, and they will forever be behind.
Yeah, but what they do put out, they put out very well.
Yes. They
So
stick to their guns. They know how to do it.
Yes, they do. I mean, whatever they put out, it's usually family oriented. What they put out.
For the most part, yeah. It's it here recently. The Switch, they've gotten the more mature rated games.
They have, well, such as
like Doom.
Doom, Warframe.
Yep.
Did they put Dark Souls on the Switch?
Yes, they did.
Okay,
Dark
so
Souls
you got-
Remastered is on
yeah,
Switch.
Dark Souls.
And this in April, you have MK11 going to be on the Switch.
Yeah, so they're branching out from their their kind of safe space there.
Which that reminds me, the is it this week is the MK11 beta, and I will probably be streaming that.
Nice.
Can't wait. But Nintendo is what they do. They do very well.
Absolutely. I have not. I have owned every Nintendo console with the exception of like their Japanese release ones. I've
owned some of them as well, but I'm just like you. I've owned every one of them.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I still have a 64 sitting right by my TV with games.
Nice. Yeah, I would love to get my hands.
It was yeah.
I would love to get my hands on a Famicom.
An original Famicom.
Yes, the one with the game sound would come out of the controllers.
Oh yeah,
that shit they did.
The only thing I didn't like about the original Famicom is the cords were hardwired into the console.
Yeah.
And they were short as shit.
Yeah, they were like
literally like a 3-foot cord maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say they were like 3 or 4 feet.
Yeah, they're tiny. An original Famicom would be cool, and I know where to get Famicom games at.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, the store that my Twitch is sponsored by, GameQuest.
Oh, okay.
They have a couple boxes full of import games that nobody knows about, but I do.
Well, now everybody knows.
Whoever listens to the podcast and is in the area,
that's true.
They don't have an online store yet. Take that. But I'm glad that they've got more consoles, more Switch varieties coming out.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Can you give me a Switch that has bigger Joy-Cons though? Please.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Joy-Cons. I do appreciate the Pro controllers a lot more.
Yes, I have one Pro controller, and is it 2 or 3 other wired controllers?
Mm-hmm.
Just because I absolutely can't stand using the Joy-Cons. I got giant main hands.
Yeah, me too. It gets really uncomfortable after a while.
It's like I loved the original Xbox controller, the Duke. I loved it.
Yeah, it was beefy.
I used that controller back then to play everything. I may end up ordering one soon. The Xbox One Duke. Just to do it.
Right.
Like Google, we were talking about Google getting into the gaming market.
Mm-hmm.
Apple is releasing something called the Apple Arcade. And it is a dedicated subscription service for games.
I see that.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
It's going to be $10 a month. You can play the games on your iOS, your iPhone, your Mac OS based desktop or laptop computer, or your Apple TV.
Yeah, coming from the king of doesn't play well with others, Apple. I was a huge Apple fanboy. I loved the Apple iPhones. They were awesome. They worked. They were stable. But Jesus Christ Almighty, do they not play with other equipment? No. It just.
I had an iPhone 4, and then when the listen to me, Xbox One. When the iPhone 6s, when the 6 series come out, I had a 6s Plus. And that's when I switched back to Android.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I went from a 6S Plus to a Note.
Okay.
A Samsung Note, and I've been back with Android since.
Yeah, I switched recently when I went because I had Apple all the way up to the 7.
Yeah, and you just you just switched to the Pixel.
Yeah, the Google the Pixel 3 and. I mean, it's not. Android is a little less stable-esque, but it plays well with others. And I mean, with the exception of Apple, of course, but it plays well with your PC. It plays well with TV apps and casting like YouTube videos to your TV or Twitch videos to your TV. It does it really well, and it does it good. And the Apple Arcade subscription service, it's really cool. But in my opinion, and I know it's not probably a popular opinion, but most gamers that I know appreciate the customization and the freedom that you get with an Android device. Now I say most, not all. I know Casson, he owns an iPhone. And there's other people that I know that game. My brother, he's a gamer. He owns an iPhone. Of course, he got his because I told him to. But I don't know.
I liked the iPhone. The iPhone I had, the 6S Plus, was nice.
Yeah, they're great.
But I got to where I didn't want to pay for apps.
Right.
I didn't want to pay for apps. I will deal with 1 or 2 ads in a game or whatever I want to do. I don't care.
Right.
I just got tired of paying for apps that were free on Android.
Right, and as well as ringtones and wallpapers.
Yep,
and
ringtones and Yep, absolutely.
If you wanted to change anything on your Apple device, you had to pay for it. Now, granted, that's because of Apple's security measures. It makes it a far more secure device.
Yes.
But in turn, it's like you already have this $1,000 phone. Now you're paying another. Umpteen $100 just to put apps on it and change your ringtones and customize it to make it a little bit more you.
Yep, absolutely. I have the list of games that are coming out on it. The first one is called Fantasia. It's kind of like a Final Fantasy type deal. kind of, And then you have one called The Pathless. It's going to be an action adventure game, kind of ninja-esque. Team Sonic Racing, which is cool. I like the Sonic Racing games; they're all right. I had Sonic Team Racing Transformed on the Wii U, and it was nice. Where Cards Fall. It's I'm not sure what it is. I've never heard of that one. It's got like a hand-drawn style game.
Yeah, it looks
Beyond Steel Sky. It's like a steampunk action adventure game.
apparently
Overland.
it's a sequel.
It's a sequel.
Yeah, it's a sequel of
sequel to Beneath the Steel Sky. Yeah, I know about that one.
I have never heard of it. I'm all for that cyberpunk, steampunk type of shit, but
yeah.
Anyways,
Overland, which is a turn-based strategy game.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah. Projection First Light, which is an artsy, narrative-driven puppet game.
Okay.
Hot Lava.
Seen that one as well.
Which is it's what like a first-person running like parkour, something like that.
Yeah.
Ocean Horn 2, Knights of the Lost Realm, which I'm not gonna lie, to me looks like a Zelda ripoff.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Sayonara Wild Hearts, which by the picture looks amazing. 3 people standing on top, riding motorcycles, wielding
gigantic blades,
giant swords like the Buster Sword. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Lifelike, which it looks like a hand-drawn pen and paper.
Yeah.
Style, another like kind of like narrative game like Abzu was. 2 different Lego games, Lego Art House and Lego Brawls.
Those look dope.
Those look pretty cool. I wasn't a big fan of like Lego based games, but it looks pretty cool. And then we have The Artful Escape. It was originally supposed to be an Xbox One PC exclusive, but I guess now it's going to be on the Apple Arcade as well. It's like an art music game. No Way Home, which is very cartoony, like hand-drawn animated.
Yeah, it looks kind of neat actually.
Something that kind of looks like you would see on like Adult Swim.
Yeah, it does.
It looks like the art style like Aqua Team Hunger Force almost. Mm-hmm. Rapier, which is a single player image. It's hard to explain that one.
Yeah, it looks like watercolors.
Yeah. A game called Hitchhiker. You play a hitchhiker.
Okay.
Well thought out game.
I guess. Hey.
I'm sure there's some sort of narrative or something, but the game's called Hitchhiker and you play Hitchhiker. We got the next one here. It's called Card. Oh my god. Cardpocalypse.
Cardpocalypse.
That was. My brain just did not want to pronounce that for some reason. Cardpocalypse. From what I guess, it's going to be like a turn-based strategy card game. And the list goes on and on and on. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and read through them. There's too many to read. There's a giant library coming.
Yeah, there is quite a few.
Oh god, there's a lot here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Yeah, there's like
9,
10
10,
or 15
11,
more.
12, 13, 14, 14 games after that. There's going to be a lot at launch.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, hmm, it's another thing. I'm glad that another company is getting into gaming,
Yeah.
but I don't think it will compete with PlayStation Now and Xbox Game Pass.
No, I think it should be. It kind of looks like it's geared more towards the casual.
Mm-hmm.
Um, sitting in a doctor's office or waiting for a train or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that type of thing.
yep. I'm still waiting for Nintendo to upgrade theirs.
Yeah.
Just give us the SNES games already. We know they're there. Just give it to us.
Yeah.
Like right now, I pay for the online and it's pretty useless.
Is it?
I don't play online games as of yet on there on the Switch,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't play any of the NES games that are on the app. For me, it's useless right now.
Yeah.
It's $20 a year. I mean, granted, it's cheap, $20 a year,
True.
but it's useless at this point for me.
Right.
I have Smash, but I don't play it online. You know,
Yeah.
no. I'm sure somebody else plays it, which is cool.
Mm-hmm. So,
The only other news that we have for today is the director of Final Fantasy 14 Online says he's interested in making a battle royale type game. Like we don't have enough battle royale games already.
well, if you saw a majority of the comments on the GameSpot's Twitter page when they released this
Yeah.
information,
Mm.
there's a lot of people that said, "Nah, just don't.
Mm.
We don't need another."
Just don't. No. How like? Cause okay, so it's what's his name? God, the guy that he
Naoki
Yeah,
Yoshida.
Naoki Yoshida. Um, it would be a sci-fi Final Fantasy esque battle royale.
Oh,
No,
end it.
just
End it
no.
with Apex. Apex is at the peak of
Now
battle royale right now.
the one for Battlefield 5 has been released.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, there's some streamers playing it right now.
And how is that going over with the masses?
I'm not exactly sure yet. The one person I watched play it is Grims, and it seems to be like he likes it.
So I know
The games that
cared for the game.
No, I don't know. I didn't buy Battlefield 5.
Me neither, but everybody I talked to said that the game was basically. I haven't played it, but for lack of better words, hot garbage.
I stopped buying and caring about Battlefield at Battlefield 4. Really, I have it installed on my computer and haven't touched it.
Mm-hmm.
This age of battle royale games needs to stop.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand.
We need to get the next big thing going, whatever it is.
It got out of hand with Tetris.
Oh God, yeah, I played that, by the way.
That's where the line should have been drawn.
And don't get me wrong. It's fun.
I imagine it is.
It's fun, and it doesn't feel like a battle royale game, and it's not really a battle royale game.
Yeah.
It's more like
competitive Tetris.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's not really a battle royale game, but it is at the same time.
Right.
It's fun. I mean, granted, I can't get above 60.
Yeah.
Because I absolutely suck at Tetris. but it's still fun.
Yeah.
And it's free, which is cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Any free game on the Switch nowadays is okay by me.
Right.
But this niche stuff of these battle royale games, we need to move on to the next big thing already.
Yeah.
It's getting about ridiculous.
Yeah, it seems like it's a quick and easy game to crank out and make a lot of money off of.
Absolutely.
Which, I get it, but still, come up with something different.
Yeah.
We need something different.
One thing though is we're about due for Capcom to come out and reveal something major.
I heard they were supposed to do something new for Street Fighter V is supposed to come out.
The only thing that they've revealed lately is a new stage
That
for
all
season 4 or whatever it is. Yeah. We're about due for another big fighting game.
Oh, I hope so.
And one of the people that were working on Devil May Cry 5 and has been working on the Devil May Cry games. He used to be a designer and developer of the older fighting games from Capcom, such as Project Justice and Rival Schools, Power Stone. When Capcom was known for their major fighting games.
Right.
And he has specifically come out and said, please, by all means, tell Capcom you want me to make another fighting game. He's come out and said he would absolutely love to do another fighting game for Capcom.
Huh.
And we're due here pretty soon for some sort of reveal other than what's left of season 4, whatever it is, for Street Fighter V.
Yeah.
Especially people in the FGC, the fighting game community, we're waiting for the next big thing because, let's be honest, as soon as MK11 comes out, Street Fighter's done.
Yeah.
It's over. It's not, people in the FGC's not pissed off at Capcom for not giving us a season 4. People are pissed off because there's no transparency.
Yeah.
There's no communication between company and fans about what's going on.
No, there's not.
If they would even come out and say, here's what we're planning and here's what we're working on, everything would be fine.
Yeah, because if they hide everything, and then fans are going to be like, well, there's nothing new coming out, so I'm just going to go ahead and get this new game that's coming out. And
yeah, absolutely.
It's too late.
MK11 is shaping up to be one of the biggest fighting games of 2019 already.
Oh yeah, it definitely. I for one, I'm probably not going to get it right away. I might get it a little later. But it's definitely looking to be an amazing piece of work right now.
Oh yeah, I have the collector's, the big premium pack pre-ordered right now on PS4. And I have it pre-ordered digitally, so I can't get a bird up my butt one day and say, hey, I'm gonna go trade this in.
Right.
It's digital, there's no such thing. So that comes out the end of April.
Right.
So again, I'm hoping by E3 or Evo, I'm hoping we get some major fighting game news from Capcom.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
No,
definitely be nice to hear something new.
Yeah, absolutely. Even if it's just, here's everything for season 4 or 5 or whatever frippin' season they're on.
Yeah.
For Street Fighter 5, people would be happy.
Right.
but we're due for the next fighting game.
Oh yeah.
Something major. My hopes and prayers: remaster your old fighting games.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Put out some sort of collection for Marvel. Do like your just your like Marvel vs. Capcom 1 or X-Men vs. Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Even Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Put out a collection of them. Like they did with Street Fighter, the 30th anniversary collection, which I have. I have on PS4. Granted, I haven't touched it, but it was cool when it came out, and I can go back and play any of those classic Capcom games that I want to.
Right.
Fighting games from Alpha and especially like Third Strike.
Right.
But that would be cool to release some sort of like remaster collection of all their older fighting games.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are doing when they're
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say stalling, but essentially that's kind of what it is when they're stalling for a new project or something.
Yeah.
They can quickly pump out a remaster of, a select few of games and throw it out there as a a set or something like that, like you said.
Or just even for nostalgia sakes.
Right.
Remake your HD games because people's gonna throw money at those.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If Capcom came out and said we're gonna remaster, or not even remaster, but create a collection of them and tweak the online for like GGPO, and just put them all in one major collection and make 3 or 4 of them capable of being played online.
Right.
People be happy.
Oh yeah.
They'll make their money on it. But that is the mad ramblings of an angry FGC member.
Well, we hope you guys liked today's episode. We made it a little extra longer to kind of make up for us not pumping out anything last week because of the division.
Yeah. Well, we hit the major milestone, which was level 30, so maybe now we'll get maybe back on track.
Yeah.
We did that major hurdle where it's grind, yeah, and now
that big grind, and now it's just basically kind of farting around and getting some better gear pieces and whatnot.
Now it's Dark Zone stuff and PvP stuff.
Yep. But as always, we appreciate you listeners. And everybody that downloads the podcast and gives us a listen, gives us a like, and all that good stuff. You can always check us out on the Twitters. It is Eyes Emo on Twitter, I believe. And then our personal Twitters at Emo Peanut 987 and at Eyes of Black Sand. And you can always check out the Patreon page for Emo and Eyes Nerd Time podcast. What else we got? Anything else we got? I don't think so. No, I think that's it. And we will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, if you find our podcast enjoyable, feel free to follow on here, as well as our YouTube channels.